Hey, it's Jang here with another LEGO Hero Factory Brain Attack Wave 2 figure review. This is Stormer. He is set number 44010, officially pegged at 69 pieces for this one. Stormer, the good old Alpha Team leader, is back with his primarily white color scheme, but he's now adding in some pretty awesome transparent light blue, and he's got his ice look going on more than ever. So let's check out the parts and then we'll get to the build. There we go. Put down some kind of gray cardboard so that you could still see the black pieces and the white pieces. We need something kind of in between there. So let's check out what we get. First off, the main torso skeleton piece. It's the standard one, the wide one with the ball joints here and the standard height. So that's cool. Let's check out what else we get here. As far as bones are concerned, it's all standard stuff. We've had those before. One single wing shield half. This is all some pretty normal stuff in here. And this is also just a bunch of pretty random small little items that stuff that we've seen before. And I would focus on the stuff that we have not seen before. We've got these pieces, which are also some of these things that you're going to see are also going to be in Frost Beast, but this is my first time looking at them. I did this review before my Frost Beast review. New pieces that have the double peg for adding on to armor. Very nice, very swoopy, yet they do have points on them, so they're looking kind of sharp. Very nice detail pieces for fur or ice or snow, anything cold. Also goes well with these barb pieces in white. These are soft, flexible. You have a single peg on each one, so that's also very cool. This is beautiful to me. New color scheme for this with white, opaque white, and then the light transparent blue up here mixed together. Beautiful. I love to see more and more of this piece. Got one of these in silver here, and then what else do we have that's new and interesting? Oh, well, how about these? You've got these glorious, glorious, glorious transparent light blue 4 long armor pieces. Glorious, 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 wonderful. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. Want as many of those as I can get. Check this out. A head in the transparent dark blue, or the regular blue. Awesome. That looks really good. I like that. Digging it. Yes, yes, yes. He has a visor. That's going to be interesting. We'll see how that looks when it's actually put together. And then this is his basic head, which is based off the same design of the original 1.0 version. So it looks like his face, a little bit smaller here, a little bit wider here, a little bit taller, slightly adjusted proportions in order to fit the visor over. But again, we'll see how that all works out when it's put together after the speed build. All right, Stormer, there he is. Been looking forward to this one. So let's go ahead and give it a little rotation so you can see what it looks like from alternate angles. You can see he's got a pretty consistent color scheme this time around, as usual for Stormer. And they did put a multi-tool ice shield on the back. They put it on kind of the easy way, which makes it stick out a little bit more. I like them when they're more flush to the body, but that's okay. Got good coverage on the sides. The only thing that's really open here is, well, this area in here, and then the backs of the lower legs. This is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. All the frontal angles look pretty good on him, especially when he's posed like this. The weapons, it's called a nano blade with ice fangs on it. You know, just a pretty straightforward melee weapon. And if you think that I'm pronouncing melee wrongly, please look it up in a dictionary and you'll see that I am not. I hate it when folks constantly complain that I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm not. It's a shield. It's also a blade. So it's a defensive item. It's also an offensive weapon. Again, it can be used for melee purposes. And this looks like he's got a little blast of some sort of ice coming out of it, or some sort of freezing material that can be used for ranged attack as well as medium range, I would say, attack. You know, kind of blast directly onto something. Very cool. This whole thing here is really nice. And then he also has these missiles back here. Unfortunately, they're just regular flick missiles. They're not that great looking. You know, pretty basic. Unfortunately, they cannot be retracted down. It would have been really nice if they allowed these to be turned up and then turned down. It looks like it would be pretty easy to make that happen, actually, but they just wouldn't stay in the same exact spot. As a matter of fact, yeah, you definitely could use these same parts that are already here and make it so that these just turn right down. I would recommend that you try doing that, because I think it looks cooler if you can actually retract them down. But anyway, it's just another thing that you can do with this figure. So he's got a lot going on. I think he has the most going on as far as playability is concerned of any Stormer to date. I think he even outdoes Stormer XL. Stormer XL did have a lot of the drones, but they kind of just all do the same thing. He had his major weapon, but this guy, for a small figure, you know, it's not even extra tall. It's just your kind of standard size now. Very nice looking and very large, menacing blade here. Armor, missiles for range attack, shield, some other like a chemical-based weapon, and he has two hands. That shouldn't be a big deal that an action figure has two hands, but unfortunately LEGO has made it a big deal by giving us so many figures in the past that only had one hand, and then the other thing, they just kind of make you pretend that there's a hand behind something else. So a very complete figure. They give you a lot here. This is very, very proper. I'm very happy about it. The only thing that I don't like about this figure, as it turns out, is the way that the upper legs look. I'm going to put my hand behind here so you can see that a little bit better. It's just that the bones really show through. The black bones, especially with that extra hole at the top. I appreciate the stance of the character, appreciate the proportions, and it's very important that they use these bone pieces with the extra length in order to pull that off. But that look right there is not good to me. From about here up, it's just too see-through, which is kind of a disappointment to me, because I was really looking forward to loving these pieces, these translucent pieces, or transparent pieces. So I'm going to move these to the front for now. It's not going to look as good from the side. Actually, it doesn't look bad from the side. From the back, it just looks more consistently uncovered now. But I think from the front, I think that looks better, especially when I put something lighter colored behind here, so you can see. That's better. I think that fixes that problem. My concern is now gone. I think that the default way that they suggest that you build it looks a little bit open, but when you just move those to the front, yes, I like that. I really like that. I like this Stormer. This is a good Stormer. It's well done, and it's a good figure, just in general. It has a lot of parts. It has some new parts. It has some new colors. It has multiple weapons and a shield. It's good. It's good. It's an improvement. They've done it. They've made something better. Last thing, I'll just get a closer look at what he looks like here with the visor. It does have the printed visor this time around, and looks pretty decent. You know, I would personally say that this is the character that looks best with the visor on, compared to the rest for a printed visor, and maybe even for one of the visors that isn't printed. It's the eyes don't quite line up just perfectly, but you know, there's definitely some kind of covering a little bit towards the bottom. But you know, if you don't get too picky about that and you just look at the look, that is a look right there, and it's distinctive, and I think it looks good. And then you pull this up, and look, it's just Stormer, you know. And it is a little bit narrow in here, and does have a little bit of a Predator kind of mask kind of look in that section right there, if you just look at this part here. But I'm happy with it. I think that this is overall just a good A grade figure, especially for the size and the normal price. Now there is one more thing coming, and that is the combination model between Stormer and Frost Beast. And so once I do my review of Frost Beast, be sure to check that out, and then be sure to check out the combination model of the two. They use the same color scheme, so the combiner is going to be able to have a consistent color scheme also. That's going to be really interesting to watch. But for now, this video is all done. Thank you very much for watching. As always, for keeping track of everything that I do that's Lego related, including stuff that's never going to show up on YouTube, be sure to follow LegoJang.com. Talk to you again soon.